Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
With my thanks.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
A tithe to the impurities.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
15 lashes in a minute. It is in a minute to figure more. So, 15.
You two, follow me!
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
We only got 11 lashes.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's a 15 lashes.
Bounty!
This'll come in handy.
So another 1, 85.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under Dire's top tower is under attack.
My favorite!
Dire are scanning.
A tithe to the impurities.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
So I did 7. I watched for 2017. So 156.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant are scanning. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Illusion.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
This'll come in handy.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. are scanning.
Double time!
Dire are scanning. Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Double damage.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's barrier is destroyed. Dire's top tower is under attack.
The wings of dying.
A loud mouth betrays a lack of skill. How best to use this?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
My waters rise.
Dire are scanning. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
This'll come in handy.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's courier has been killed. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's courier has been killed.
Go!
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Haste!
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning. Dire are scanning. Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Retribution.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Our service to balance.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Failed plan.
impurities.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's courier has been killed. Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Die too easy.
barracks has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
A gift from the Tempest of Battle.
Regeneration.
My waters rise.
Dire are scanning. Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Immortality.
There was nowhere to go.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Team Secret! Victory!
Into this well prepared for the Thunder aggression, pretty much shut it down, right?
Oh,
It really didn't feel like this was the Thunder getting the momentum like they have before. So it's going to be a little rough, I think, to be able to bounce back from a loss like that. But if any team can, it's certainly Thunder, and I'm sure the panel has a lot to say about their chances going into this.
Thank you very much, Cap and SVG. Yes, the storyline for this one, I guess, to kind of open it up with Team Secret really dominating game one was Thunder Awakened didn't get to play their aggression and really were off to a bit of a slow start and played into Team Secret's kind of BKBs and then progression through their items and just, yeah, amazing play all around by Secret. But will we see a better Thunder Awakened?
We probably will in game 2. I was even worried for Secret from the get-go. Like the way they were rotating across the map, it looked like they weren't expecting Morphling's itemization. He itemized completely for that early game. He went Dragonlance, Power Treads. They tried to kill him a couple of times. They got severely punished. But Thunder Awakened, they always felt like they were on the timer. And because of that, they were the ones that actually took that away from Secret and kind of learned from their mistakes, I guess, and started doing the same mistakes.
Yeah, I feel like Thunder Awakened, they had an opportunity with their spells that they had to be a little bit more aggressive, but they weren't able to break down the map quick enough. That Secret, at 22 minutes and 9 seconds, Rezo and Chrysalis identically bought a BKB, and then 10 seconds before that, Nisha bought a BKB. 9 minutes later, Ursula has a BKB. So by 30 minutes into the game, 4 heroes have a BKB. Disruptor's already got Glimmer, well on the way to Ags. It was just Secret playing just calm, methodical Dota, waiting for their items to then crush the game plan of Thunder Awaken.
Yeah, and just an amazing performance by Nisha there. Had the time of his life on his Leshrac. Sorry, Sheep, get in on the panel.
I wanted 1 point. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think Thunder Awaken tried. They had their trademark like 8 minutes, smoked the mid laner to the off lane, killed Rezo there, did a good job with that. Like they tried some of their moves, but it's all very readable, and it felt like the key moment for me was when they gave up this Roche. There was this fight outside the Roche pit, the first Roche. We had buyback from Dark Margo, we had buyback from Drow Ranger as well, and Secret really got that Roche for free afterwards. You know, spells on cooldown, and this sort of set the rest of the game's tempo for Secret to just win.
I mean, some of the fights in the Dire Jungle, the first one actually went in favor of Thunder Awaken, and then the second one they were like, okay, we can probably do this again. You know, they have some real big blow-up potential with the Mars Arena and some damage on top. But Zayats breaks the smoke. They notice Matthew on the Snapfire. He tries the Glimmer Cape, but then it's all too late because everyone else in Team Secret is like, okay, we know what's up. They pull back, and then that, you know, arena went haywire in terms of not great for Thunder Awaken, and it really felt that the team fights after that kind of just followed trend with the BKBs now on Secret.
They did, but all the moves, all the smokes, strategy of this game was extremely enjoyable from both sides. From Secret, the way they set up the castle around the Drow while she's farming the triangle, and at the same time from Thunder Awaken, the way they smoke, the way they ping out the Earth Spirit on the cliff, and then they show the Morphling in the river but move around him. Yeah. It's some next level plays right there.
And one of the things we've got to follow with this storyline is actually this, a lot of people are saying, is Puppey's one of his best chances to win a TI, but he's been at a lot of them. And to tell us a little bit about Puppey is our friend Purge.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, he is the last remaining all-TI player. No other player has been to every single TI. But a little backstory on Puppey for those not in the know. He came from the best Dota 1 team at the time when TI1 rolled around. And after 3 weeks of practice, they ended up crushing TI1 and being the first champions. The next year, they were still the team. I was there 10 years ago, actually 10 years ago, right place, right time to get hugged by Puppey. I didn't wash that jacket, and I sold it on eBay immediately afterwards. It was very worth it. At TI3, Puppey and Navi were still in the grand finals, proving that they were the best Dota team and that they had so much esteem. But it really went downhill afterwards, and at that point, Puppey ends up leaving Navi and forming Team Secret. Secret never struggled to attract top talent because Puppey had so much win and he was on the squad, but they had a lot of disappointing performances, and that led to many, many swaps and different rosters. Their worst results were TI6 and TI7. But in the 2018, Secret roster swapped again, and things were starting to look a little bit up. They placed one step higher at TI, getting 5th, 6th place and winning over $1 million, a little bit more than Puppey won as a team at TI1. 2019 got even better for Puppey and Secret. They were consistently crushing every single tournament. Puppey was back finally. They didn't win TI that year, but they went even higher, one more step up, 4th place, $2 million. 2022, 2021, inconsistent results, but again, they showed up strong at TI, 3rd place, $3.6 million. So now Puppey's here, his 11th, the international, already overperforming. Let's see how far he can go.
Thank you very much, Purge. And yeah, those pictures of Puppey with the lanyards are actually a real picture. That's how he rolls into TIs. He gets off the plane, he's got 10 lanyards, he thinks he's Flavor Flav. He goes through the wholesale lobby, stares people down, sideboard map behind him with shades, boombox, Estonian rap music. It's tough. It's tough to look up against that team. He's devastating. So, yeah, brilliant history and a lot of fans for Team Secret. And I do believe that we're going to check in on Singapore. So let's see if Casey and Slacks are there to say hi.
I swear, did I hear James say rap, as in rap music? That makes me so happy. Okay, yes, we are here to show you and share a little bit. What are you doing? What is this?
I'm waving. Hi.
Yes.
Hi, Norway.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Hello. We thought it would be fun to kind of emphasize the internationalness of TI by how close they are to all these amazing fans. So we have several different language broadcasts here. We have Chinese language, Russian language, Portuguese language, Spanish language, and English language casters all in one place in harmony.
Yeah, and we've never had them this like close to the crowd and just be able to interact with. I think it's really neat. All the languages, the international after all. It's not just named that for nothing, Casey. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, guys, you know, we got some casters around there. Who's your favorite caster?
OD Pixel.
Odie Pixel. Oh, okay. No problem.
Where?
Next series, I think.
I'm there.
Okay, spoiler alert. Sorry. Favorite caster duo?
Obviously, Cap.
Oh.
There you go. There you go.
And the other one with Cap.
There you go.
Oh, you mean Blitz?
Oh, no. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, Casey.
You hate SVG?
There you go. That's kind.
Trying to help a brother out there.
Casey.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Your favorite.
Wait, where did you come from?
Oh, my goodness.
I tried to get you earlier. You said no. Who's your favorite casting duo?
Cinnamon and Sunsman?
Oh!
Yes! Yes, and you?
So we got to give a shout out to some of the Seacasters as well, but I mean, I go way back with this guy Cap, and I do miss Blitz on stage as well, casting, so I mean, I don't know. Let's get him back here soon.
Did he pay you to say that?
No.
You sure about that? Did you pay him to say that?
Maybe later, we'll see.
No,
A couple drinks later, we'll find
Okay,
all right.
We might have missed a moment. Cap, in a frustration, threw the water bottle and yet again. In a fit of frustration, it went on his head again. Cap, stay away from the bottles, bro, all right? We gotta get those away. Take it easy. Take it easy, wet boy. Put it down. Thank you very much. All right, anyway, everybody's getting some good show here today. A lot of different languages, a lot of people coming together here at the International, and we're having a hell of a good time.
All right, I know we have to send it back, but I need to hear more from people.
Okay.
Why is it so quiet? Don't worry about getting me on camera, Myron. I'm just trying to hear from the people. Just make some noise.
Thank you very much, Casey and Slacks. Yeah, you know, upper bracket games. You know, a lot of fans for both of these teams out there. But I think that, you know, even though people have such a history with Team Secret, I do believe that Thunder Awaken have really garnered a lot of fans coming to this from an international scene as well. And that's one of the things that I think Casey and Slacks kind of talked about. You know, this is the international, and now even our broadcast is, you know, in so many languages, and it's really amazing.
Yeah, I mean, when you have teams like Thunder Awaken playing with their hearts on their sleeves and also playing with such aggression and skill, it's easy to be won over, right? So hopefully they can bounce back and get to another 3-game series today against Secret.
Yeah, well, hopefully so. I think they'll be out on stage in just a moment. But what would they need to change, Sheep, to go? You know, what's the kind of pep talk that they might have had backstage?
I actually really liked their draft overall. I think I wanted to see a sniper instead of a morphling, but like, I don't think it's a problem. I think mostly it was just their play and cleaning it up and being able to hold that map and stuff, and you know, they're making the right moves, but they're not making them consistently, and they're giving up map space, and kind of their team fights were a little rough. Like, they had a good idea, let's take the triangle, let's stand on the high ground, you know, let's look and poke for a fight, and then, you know, it's just, it all goes wrong when they poke out bad.
Yeah, they just need to forget about that game, focus a little bit more on the next one. Morphling getting caught in the middle with a fresh bot hex should not be happening at this stage of the tournament, I believe. They just need to focus and it will be better.
And I think Secret's one of the best teams in the world at counter-aggression. In Europe, they dominated teams from playing defensively, waiting for a time, and then fighting. So Thunder Awaken, Secret just pairs well with that style of play. So I think they just got to respect that Secret is good on defense, and then if they want to be aggressive as a team, just go 10 times harder, really break down Secret.
All right, well, we'll see if they double down, because the teams are ready to rejoin us here at the International as they'll be coming out on stage for game number 2. Team Secret taking the first game up 1-0, one away from locking their place into the upper bracket finals. But of course, Thunder Awaken will have something to say about that as they get ready to sit down, and soon we'll be going into the draft. I'm sure Thunder Awaken, as you guys mentioned on the panel, yeah, not too much to worry about, but just be a little bit more Thunder Awaken in a way. If you're going to play aggressive, you know, really turn up the tempo. And it was kind of said in the green room as we were watching that you guys felt that they took it just maybe a little bit too slow. Nisha, of course, coming off a fantastic last match, will have a lot of confidence. Chrysalis playing the Drow, I think he had a pretty phenomenal, and I wouldn't say easy game, but his team really enabled him.
Yeah, they definitely enabled him. And usually these kind of glass cannony heroes, they need a team to enable them. They need a rock like Puppey to stand in front.
And there's Puppey looking to lock his place into the upper bracket finals.
We saw from the stats from Urge's segment, you know, of course, each TI is going up by 1 placement, each TI, the last 4 ones, so it's, in theory, he should be getting at least to the grand final.
You see like a good chef just fine-tuning
a little
the dish.
yeah, so
kick one player out, get another one in. Is that the fine-tuning?
Pretty much, Unfortunately for him, though, stats-wise, it means he should be placing second this TI. So he's going to get to the grand finals and finish second, but at least then next year, he's locked in his free TI win as long as he, you know,
as long as he shows up.
Yeah, exactly.
Instantly given the ages, right? He doesn't even have to play.
When you have that many TIs, you just get it, yeah.
You just have to like check in all of your TI badges. Like that's why he carries them around all the time because he's just waiting
so
to
if
hit
you
no.
collect them,
Yes,
it's a play 12, get 1 free.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's worth mentioning, Team Secret did come 3rd place last year. But what can we say about Thunder Awaken here and the players from their last match coming into this one?
Overall, I'm just amazed by the precision of their gameplay. Like, realistically, this is a team from South America that no one expected to even get this far, right? Beast Host perhaps, but not necessarily Thunder Awaken. If they could just fine-tune it a tiny little bit, I believe we can go to game 3, but they did hit a rock in that last game.
I think the good thing for them at least is their group stage, they had at least, I think it was like 6 draws to their name. Like they haven't had experiences yet where they dominated groups and they've never lost a game yet. Like they have taken L's so far in their TI run. Like, so this isn't going to be some weird experience and like, guys, we were doing so well with the South American team, suddenly nearly top 3. Like they've already experienced this style of
yeah, I think they've been really consistent. I mean, they got 2 wins, 6 draws and 1 loss in the groups, and of course they took out Evil Geniuses in the upper bracket, who had the best group stage to be here against Team Secret.
Well, one thing that they didn't have in the last game was maybe saves that they usually have. Is that something that you would like to see Sheepo from them, perhaps?
It is definitely in Panda's style of play to take these saves, but I do think the Crystal Maiden is very strong and deals with so many meta heroes that I think it's good to adapt, and like something that Thunder Awaken do that other teams in South America like Beast Coast don't have is this adaptation. It's one of the reasons why they're pulling ahead and getting better as a team. So I'm definitely not against it. It's mostly just like a little bit of a discipline thing. If you look as 2 contrasting examples, right? When they were holding that triangle, Dark Margot, he poked his head out into the lane and instantly got punished and killed, and it ruined their entire play. Meanwhile, Secret, they are reading this map well. When they're holding the triangle, they realize Thunder Awaken's not here. And what do? They just back out of that triangle and go all the way across the map to their own, because they know that there's too many angles for Thunder to like catch them off guard by, and that is just like the high level stuff that sets them apart.
All right, thank you very much, Sheik. Well, it looks like we're ready to go into the picks and bans of Game 2.
Awaken. Team Secret versus Thunder Awaken. Game 2.
We could be seeing a third best of 3 here today, and that's a nice change. Everything else is, you know, prior to today went 2-0, but so far we've gone all the way, and this one definitely I feel could still have the same kind of storyline. But Team Secret definitely a lot of momentum going into this, and I think they're quite confident. And as you say, they're the seasoned team, so that also makes them even kind of scarier with what they might be able to do in the draft, maybe, Lizard, just because they have a little bit of flexibility.
Of course, when you're a seasoned team, when you're a puppy, like after you already have seen it all naturally, right? So he can go back to like TI6 strat, pull one out, like bring it back here. There's definitely a lot of versatility that the history is giving him, the experience is giving him.
And talking about old school, yeah, we've seen a couple of Drows now. One from PSG LGD, and that was victorious, and this one as well. And people weren't really, you know, thinking too much of Drow. They were really thinking of Sniper Sheep.
The Drow Sniper is just... They're this kind of just different in how they work, because this Morph last pick, whilst we all predicted it, right, it's still a good matchup for Drow. Her ult is piercing base armor. It means it's always good against these Agi heroes. It makes the matchup a little bit harder, where Sniper is meant to like outrange and be better, and he can get that mobility from a shard that Drow can't get, and she has to get like a 4-staff. And these 2 heroes are massively different in how they fit into the match.
I feel like one difference here from Thunder Awaken is they're snapping up the heroes that they want much much earlier on. Don't you think so, T? Like, Zeus been banned out in the last match, right?
Well, I mean, Zeus is the hero for Thunder Awaken. When you think about like damage-wise, like Dark Margo, he's like averaging, I think so far in games, like over 1,000 damage per minute, or in a peak game that was, and it was on the Zeus. So it's like he's holding the record right now for TI games just from being so active, and that was the key difference at the previous game. He played this Mars, and then he retreated towards the jungle. And I remember during the cast as well, like Cap and SUD, it's like, Dark Margo's farming stacks. He's in the jungle. It's like, that is so, like, not uncharacteristic, but the fact that you're playing this hero is normally, or this player, sorry, is very forward thinking. So yeah, I like the fact that in this phase of the draft, they're just going, let's give him his hero, let's get some fight going, and let's play our style once again.
They have given him his hero very early on, and that kind of does put them in a peculiar spot in which they now have to waste a lot of bans in securing him. That's why you see the Storm, that's why you see the TA banned out right now.
It's just funny to say that the hero is a Zeus. Like, if it was any other hero, it's like, okay, cool, but like we're talking about a first phase pick 8 Zeus, but you don't really see any other team doing it. But this is like one of the few teams that, I mean, I feel like it's the only team that's actually doing it in this position, but like you mentioned ban-wise, they are having to ban out a Storm, a TA. Probably don't have to do back ride anymore because of course he has to jump, but maybe even Quap potentially.
Yeah, there's just so many ways of dealing with him. Like any sort of a hero that gets, of course, you do have that jump now available to you. Like you have a mobility spell built in, but then again, if they find heroes that can get on top of you easily, you're still a Zeus.
I mean, speaking of one of those heroes, Marcy was massively banned, you know, throughout the tournament. Now it's been let through twice. Rezo had it game 1 with the BKB. You know, maybe not as, you know, huge of an impact as some of his teammates when it came to just, you know, raw damage output. But for creating those moments, I mean, is that something to be concerned for?
Of course. Do you think that's enough, though, Sheep? Like, is Marcy enough to get on top of Zeus?
I think it's one thing. I like it on pos 4 a lot because when you throw him back, if you are able to rotate on mid as a 4 and jump on him and throw him back, the jump only can go so far, right? You're already pulling him a bit out of position, so I like it more as a 4 than as an offlaner. But Rezo makes the hero work so dominatingly that I'm super down to just give it to him as well, especially since he's feeling good from the first game.
Now we get to see the second phase Kunkka. We saw PSG do it yesterday, now Secret doing it once again. Just solidifies your draft against skirmishing lineups, skirmishing styles. And Thunder Awaken, they probably wanted to go like Crystal Maiden +1 in this position, the CM to enable the Nyx, just the general fighting style. But now there's a Kunkka, it's like they're going to run into that 20-minute BKB timing once again, be it the Marcy, now the Kunkka. If they fully subscribe to skirmishing styles, they naturally will have less BKB piercing stuns, and they could just have the same style as game 1.
It gives you damage mitigation right from the boat, from the Ram. At the same time, you have two of these heroes that kind of want to play on the outskirts or maybe poke their head, give vision. Like Nyx always likes to scout, right? Like if you scout over a sentry ward, you're pretty much dead. That X marks the spot will seal the deal. The same goes with Zeus. Like we were talking about Marcy and how she might not be enough, but now that you have Kunkka as well, it is enough. All you need is that one single stun to set up for the X mark, and then he can jump all he wants. He will be brought back.
Do you think the opener as well from Thunder Awaken is leaning towards a little bit more kind of map, I wouldn't say control, but kind of being comfortable? Because, you know, Nyx can scout a little bit, Zeus can de-ward quite cheaply. Last time it felt like a couple of their jumps in the Dire jungle just, you know, didn't work out just because of the vision that Secret had.
Yeah, there's definitely some advantage to be had in those two heroes when it comes to like vision and map awareness, and just even using the ulti of Zeus to scout, right, to pinpoint where everyone is at the beginning of the team fights. So it is helpful.
It's one of those things where Secret, they love to fortify their farming areas really well, unlike other teams where they'll look to go fight and then they'll have like indirect control of areas of the map. Secret's more, we really will occupy our territory more. And when you have Zeus and Nyx and these heroes, and also when you pair it with multiple skirmishing heroes, you can just break down those areas of the map a lot easier. You can actually take the fight and the 5-on-5. And Thunder Awaken, they do opt to go for that Crystal Maiden, as we mentioned. It's just depending on what style they want to go for with their most likely offlane pick. They can still go like the Pango route just to cut through the early fight, but you might lead into that same problem that I keep mentioning with BKBs.
I do think that's a good point about fortifying the areas you're playing in as well, because Nyx is a hero that wants to look for these pickoffs, especially as this patch seems to have slowed down a little bit. If you are keeping sentries down and using heroes to break smokes and break these things, it's harder to find these types of pickoffs. And I think Thunder have set it up really nicely for themselves in the fact that you have one playmaker with your Nyx who scouts, and the Zeus damage is always going to be there, especially when he gets the Ags. So right now they have a really amazing pickoff lineup, and Secret can respond to that with these next heroes in making more of a ball of people that just play together and don't want to super split up or can cover each other. Because I think that was one of the biggest problems Thunder had last game, was it felt like as they got more pressured, they started to break apart more and not cover each other. They weren't buying 4 staffs, they weren't having heroes sitting behind other heroes and saving them.
On one side you get Watermelon, right, Tidehunter for some team fight. On the other, they just pick up the Ursa as an instant answer in the laning stage at least. Then later on you can shoot right through him. By the way, we have noticed one bug in the draft so far, Nyx Assassin. What about the Brood Mother? Is that not a hero in this matchup? Because they have played it on Secret, but so far in the first game and in the second, left untouched.
Thunder Awaken don't play the hero, or at least so far at TI, and Secret's a team where they won't always jump on the most meta heroes. They'll just keep it in the back of their mind, and if they see an opportunity, they'll present it.
I had the feeling that it was a decent pickup, perhaps up to the Tidehunter pick.
Up to Watermelon, yeah.
It feels like it's an offlaner, right? For the most part, everyone's playing offlane, and when they take this Marcy, I think they're confidently wanting to give it to Rezo. Yeah, so there's just no space for the Brood. Because we've seen the Brood starting to get a little bit dismantled now. People are understanding that the more pressure you put on it and delaying this Wraith Pack timing, the worse of a hero it is. Whereas Marcy feels a little bit more versatile because her laning is so powerful. She's really just needs like her BKB and then she can just go.
By the way, we did mention that Marcy is most likely Rezo, right? But at the same time, they did play the Silencer even on the offlane, so they can adjust these things very, very easily according to the last pick of Thunder Awaken.
I'm a little bit concerned for Thunder Awaken because they rely heavily on exiting lanes with a slight advantage to be able to set the tempo of the game. Because once they get to this mid game, they rely on the Ravage to be their primary defensive spell, and if you ever get the Ursa blinking on or the Marcy jumping in and you get on top of her Zeus, there aren't these saves unless like 4 stars and glimmers come into play. So Secret do kind of have a bit more of a easier time playing the game as it scales. Maybe Picard's carry can shift that balance.
What's brewing, James? I have a feeling you have an idea.
Awaken play Slark, or I mean, because like I'm thinking about their hero, and they've got so much jump on Team Secret, and it's Picaz we're looking at now for his carry pick. So what are you guys thinking?
He hasn't played it. He didn't play it in the group stage at least, because I also was thinking about Slark and looked for it. So
hey.
Big brains. Yeah.
But it is a South American hero, right? Like all these regions that like aggressive playstyle, carries always play Slark. Like it's one of those top heroes that has to be played. It just brings you MMR, right? If it brings you MMR, the carry player is gonna love it.
It feels like Thunder Awaken need a carry that just can win the lane, because Nyx can relatively secure Tide. Zeus normally farms well mid. Yeah, they banned the Bloodseeker because that's what they paired last time with it. And a CM Bloodseeker lane, you will just win your bot lane and you'll provide yourself a good time to play.
They need objective taking.
Exactly. Don't you see a lack of that, right?
They have nothing that pushes and sieges towers. They have nothing that takes Roche. I think they have really good vision given heroes that can help against the Ursa taking Roche. But yeah, you need something that can take them yourselves.
The thing with Thunder Awaken is they don't always think with that mindset. They sometimes think with more the if the heroes are dead, the towers can fall after, right?
That's true. But I still wouldn't want to be sieging with a Zeus.
Yeah, exactly. You still don't want to be hitting towers with Zeus and the Crystal Maiden. It can be a little bit difficult to do.
It's stuff like what Gyro they've played in the past on Picaz that could potentially be that hero.
I don't think I'd want Gyrocopter into the Ursa.
So there's this one other...
It's a hard position, to be clear.
There's this one other XU panelist here, Lacoste, maybe you heard of him. He had a very wild idea this morning for his draft. It was a troll. We're probably not seeing that, right? Most likely not. Certainly.
I mean...
Because it looks kind of decent here.
Kinda, yeah. Good for the lane. I'm a believer in anything for lane, and they go for the Slark.
Nice.
James is on fire.
Yeah.
That's me and Thunder Awaken, you know.
He's actually he's the coach. He's the secondary coach or the third coach.
Yeah, he ain't called too good for nothing.
But
no, yeah, the Slark, it pretty much gives them the fight, right? Where after the lane, they're going to be able to just continue skirmishing and fighting, and if this Ursa wants to go for this Battle Fury plus extra build, Thunder Awaken can bring everyone to an engagement.
For me, it feels like it falls into SA, SEA, and back in the day Eastern European playstyle. Like, you do not have objective taking, but you're not looking to take objectives.
Exactly.
You're looking to fight constantly. This Slark eventually will become that beast. If he steals enough agi, he will take down the towers on his own.
And this is like the Bloodseeker ban from Secrets, where if they didn't ban Bloodseeker, Thunder Awaken would just pick it. They would have CM Bloodseeker, great lane. But now that they've banned it, Slug feels better, feels more comfortable, and Seek's like, yeah, I guess it's all right.
I love how Heen is right now.
Very passionate.
Heen, the coach, he is laying down a point. He's like, we are doing this. It's been decided. Headphones off.
It's a good point.
It's a good Leshrac.
It's a really good
You
point.
will play Leshrac. Stop complaining. I don't care if there's a
He's like, I'm bored. I want to play another hero. I won last game. It was, yeah. But there we go. The draft is locked in. Final thoughts?
This Leshrac pick, even though there's a Nyx, it gives Secret a way to group up and play around and prevent Slark from wanting to get into the middle of the fight due to all that AoE damage. This Slark needs to be a little bit more careful now. I'm excited to see where Secret's players pick the heroes. Like, we didn't really get to see where they're going.
Even though last game I had a feeling their draft was perfect, this time around I can see the cracks, I can see the openings for SA.
Same here. I'm a big fan, and you can always optimize around it. This Slark can go Mage Slayer, BKB, all good.
All right, well, here we go. We're going to be sending it over to the commentators. It's Team Secret could be punching their way into the upper bracket finals, but Thunder Awaken have picked a lineup that wants to fight, and that's exactly what they need to do. Let's send it over to Cap and SVG to bring us the game.
And they're opening the game against Team Secret in the group stage. They lost that game, and then they went in to go into game 2, where they managed to bounce back and get a victory off of, big part, Dark Mago Zeus. And now, in this upper bracket semifinals, one game down, they turned their attention once again to that Zeus.
Dark Mago does not play too many heroes, but the ones he does play, he plays quite well.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, Zeus first phase, it's one way to either clinch your berth or go down to the lower bracket. Very risky hero, in my opinion, the first phase versus Team Secret. I think they're one of the better teams to react into something. And in the end, I mean, they get this resolutionless.
My keyboard is not working.
I know I can trust you guys with the bait. Oh, that's very nice.
Это нереальная дота, просто фантастика.
Seconds to battle. The battle begins.
Это нереальная дота, просто фантастика.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Can't run from your thoughts. Impugned.
I hadn't spawned yet.
Even I like a good bauble.
Death and good are linked.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Not for you. Revile.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's courier has been killed. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Haste!
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
My edge goes.
Right.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, bounty!
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I can do more of that.
That felt so good. That felt so good.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
This'll come in handy.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Это нереальная дота, просто фантастика.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Roshan has fallen to the Dire. Dire's structures are fortified.
Double damage.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Это нереальное Дота. Это нереальное Дота. Просто фантастика.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
A tithe to the impurities.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Death and good are linked.
Radiant are scanning.